Yeah. Yeah, so then we, last year.
As somebody who's on my, of some.
Hey, Susie, for the. That's the first part, you know that, right? My ear is so awful. Let's see, do you? It's not a close up. My hair is so dry this winter. I can't. What I do. Put it up. And the snow we're getting is really light. Yeah, very dry.
We can. Yeah, thing, but I don't think we can make it out.
Let's hope you want to.
Did that many people manage, they weren't really there for all that long period of time.
How did you like that email? We're live, by the way. I don't remember the email I sent you. All right. Oh, box cutter and today at work.
That's the box.
It's right, I do not. I go to the shop. That was probably the worst part of it all, but she could all. Now I look like I'm gonna whack them all.
Not yet. Even Euro to come in.
It's like, I was like, why are you using red tape?
Oh,
Right.
because they were out of neon blue. Oh, so it's 50, 55. Yeah.
Prior to executive session.
Oh,
Prior, yeah. Prior.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but there's part of it was.
Whatever it is.
Save from, I think majority. Oh, we have I think it's gonna be 70.
Yeah, you don't count because you can make the motion to adjourn.
Please rise.
Yeah, comment on it. That's right. You don't count it anymore. Oh, wow.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for Robert Van Cleek, a former town board member and father of Clayton Van Cleek, a former town board member. May he rest in peace. Thank you.
Roll call Supervisor Quigley,
Here.
Councilwoman Hartman,
Here.
Councilwoman DeGroot,
Here.
Councilman Schatzel.
Here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and welcome to the Town of Ulster Town Board Meeting for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. Safety announcements. Please note the exit signs to your rear and to my right, my left. You go out my left, it's very cold. If you go out right, it's much warmer. I heard that the other night at a planning board meeting. I thought I'd share it. Are there any additions or changes to the agenda? I have two. At the end of the printed agenda, we will be asking the two members of our town board who attended the New York State Association of Town newly elected officers school to give a report. And we will be having an executive session for the reasons stated at the time that we call for a motion. I open the floor to public comment and discussion on agenda items and agenda items only. Please be reminded that the town board has an open comment period at the end of our scheduled agenda for any topics that anyone wishes to share with the board. Mr. Obajeski.
Good evening, members of the town board. Regis Obajeski, 170 Lake Road. Some of us are very pleased to see agenda item 2 under old business. A resolution authorizing the supervisor to issue a RFP for accounting and valuation services to prepare required information for compliance with Government Accounting Standards Board GASB 34. Beginning on page 107 of tonight's handouts. GASB 34 requires accurate reporting of capital assets inventory and infrastructure inventory by establishing historical costs and using depreciation schedules and applicable amortization. Besides this being a federal obligation, it appeals to common sense by taking the guesswork out of capital planning and even determining net worth. Since the lion's share of fund balances is applied to capital assets, GASB 34 is a very intelligent requirement for capital development plans. Things will always break down, creating unpleasant surprises, but the work that goes into inventory and valuation allows for smart proactivity and keen transparency. When these mechanics are in place, they open the door to more planning and less responding. That is why we have recommended to our town board, a board-decided 10-year capital development plan with a yearly movable horizon. This will also mean a better employee understanding of fund balances, more information-driven inclusion of department heads, and less grousing by all of us on fund balances as a GoFundMe money. Bravo to the town board for considering this important resolution.
Thank you. Are there any additional comments here tonight on agenda items? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, in your package tonight are the town clerk's minutes for the December 18th, 2025 town board meeting. May I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Reevy, do you have any communications for us?
I do not.
I heard a comment earlier in the pre-session that people have stopped writing Ms. Reevy letters, so I just want to make you aware that she is welcoming of all communications. Mr. Schatzel, on the controller's abstract of claims and payments?
Yes, we have 14 check runs of a total of $1,961,493.61.
I call for a motion to accept the abstract of claims as presented.
I will second that motion.
No, you were first.
Are you going to second it?
I'll second it if she's first.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, the most exciting part of our night tonight will be the department head year-end reports. And we're going to start off with Mr. Petremall, who seems to be the focus of the attention because of the impending weather. So I guess you can start off with a weather forecast.
Stay home, don't go out. 12 to 18 inches, that's what I got so far.
Really?
Really? You didn't see our post?
I did,
All
but
right, well,
You want it to be less.
yeah. I did.
or is it department head report? 2025 was another busy year. Our crew has been healthy.
Our equipment has been kept well, and we continue to keep up with the equipment replacement program. Our blacktopping program was extremely busy. We paved just under 6 miles of roadway, costing just under $750,000. $220,000 of that is budgeted. The rest comes from the New York State. We're able to keep up with our preventive maintenance on our drainage systems and installing new drainage as needed, cleaning and repairing our old systems that still function fine. The pride of our highway department is our winter maintenance program. We strive to continue to do the best in keeping the roads in good shape during winter. And you can follow us on Facebook. You'll see some pictures and some jobs that we do. For those of you that are Facebook handy. We had a great group of seasonal employees this summer, and they did an excellent job maintaining the town properties and parks and assisting the highway crews throughout the summer and fall. All parks have been kept well, and we continue to give the residents of the town of Ulster some of the nicest parks along the Hudson River, including the boat launch. We also have 2 ball fields at Orlando Street. One is lighted, the other one is not. Transfer station has been running fine with no issues. We continue to work with our neighboring highway departments with shared service programs, both sharing equipment and manpower as needed. We continue to assist all the other town of Ulster departments as they need assistance, and they return the assistance to us and when we are in need. Like to thank all the other departments for your assistance. As far as the highway department employees, they're a great group of dedicated employees that work hard and will do a job that's asked of them, any job that's asked of them. So I'd like to thank them for their commitment and dedication. Any questions?
Any questions from the board?
I'm not done yet. I want to thank you for letting me speak tonight. For the past 38 years, I've been employed by the town of Ulster Highway Department, and for the last 18 as your highway superintendent. I want to formally advise you that I will be retiring September 2026. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to work with some of the greatest employees, both past and present. Also department heads and elected officials from both sides of the aisle. To the employees at the highway department, you guys made my job easier. You are always up for a challenge and have done projects that no other departments would do. I truly will miss working with all of you. Lastly, over the years, my wife Cheryl, son Kyle, daughter-in-law Kelly, and the cutest grandson ever on this planet, Tyler, have put up with me missing a lot of functions, getting up from the dinner table when it's just being served and going to take care of an issue with a road or weather or whatever. They put up with me missing a lot of family functions. I lost my train of thought here, sorry. Some more to me. Oh, they've supported me for my entire career, and I wouldn't have been so successful if it wasn't for their support. For that, I'm grateful and want to say thank you, and I love you, Cheryl. Now I really lost my train of thought. I pledge on staying here as long as I have to. I assist whoever's going to become the next highway superintendent. I'd be able to work with them as long as they would want me around. To the residents of the town of Ulster, all I could say is thank you for allowing me to serve you.
Frank, keep the 30 every year. Mr. Majori for the sewer department.
Good evening, supervisor, town board members. Town of Ulster Sewer Department was very busy as well, like Frank shared. We had a lot of stuff going on, but most importantly, we got a good group of employees, like Frank said. They've been up to the task. We've had a lot of tasks. We had a lot of tasks that are not normal tasks. We've had a lot of sewer breaks. We've had a lot of other issues that are not normal, but the guys accept the challenge and, we get it done. We had 2 new employees in 2025, one an operator trainee and one a account clerk. She did really well. And we got the operator trainee in training right now and taking the college courses. So he's doing well also. We lost another employee to the highway department, which is part of Frank's maintenance program. He's doing really well. So that's a good thing too. On to Ulster Sewer. Ulster Sewer, we've got a lot going on. We got a digester repair project that's almost all the way through design. It's in New York State DEC approval process right now. So we're in a comment period. We're back and forth. They just sent a formal request for information. We're answering those questions. Hopefully this wraps up soon. We can get out to bid for equipment and construction on that project. Other than that, we've had some sewer breaks at the Ulster District. That consumed a lot of our time. We replaced for 15-inch sewer pipe. That's a big sewer pipe and it's a big job. Thanks for the help from the other departments. We did 90 feet of 15-inch sewer pipe. Most of that pipe was down at depths of over 12 feet. That's a huge job and saved the town tons of money by us doing it in-house. We also did 45 feet of 8-inch pipe. We did 3 internal patches, and this is to prevent sewer breaks. We did 2 15-inch patches and 1 8-inch patch, and that's a fiberglass sleeve that goes inside the pipe and repairs the pipe from the inside out. We've gone out to bid for a slip line project where we're going to line thousands of feet of pipe. That's going to help us out and eliminate a lot of future sewer breaks. So that's a process again where we build a new pipe from inside the pipe. We've awarded that bid to a contractor out of Massachusetts, and we're going to have a meeting with him soon to schedule that work. We also did 8 manholes where we chemically grouted them and then resurfaced the inside of the manhole structures. This is all in the effort to reduce and eliminate I&I, which is infiltration and inflow from water. Any water that leaks into the system costs the town a lot of money to process, and it also chips away and diminishes our capacity for future treatment for any expansion in the districts. We cleaned and inspected over 1 mile of sewer lines. And other big things is we ordered a new belt press. So that's in the process of being constructed. That's to replace a belt press from 1985 that we've kept alive and well and in great shape, but the metal itself is actually fatiguing to the point where rollers are snapping, and it's all custom work to repair it and replace it. So it's come to the end of its useful life, and we have a new piece of equipment being built currently, locally, I'll add as well. It's all American-made stuff. It's actually built right up in Washington County, and that company will be helping us install it and getting that up and running. Going on to Washington Avenue, we had our district extension go under the thruway to serve the properties on the west side of the thruway. There's a lot of, there's the Rupco project that's going on. It's going to house a lot of people, but there's also a lot of sewer failure issues from private sewer systems over on the other side that we're going to help out as well. Spring Lake Sewer, we had a few new connections. One of the trailer parks out there was in dire need of connection. The septic system failed And we had a connection onto their property to make that connection possible. So it saved them a lot of time and money. Whittier was pretty good. We had one pump go down. We're in the process of rebuilding, and we ordered a spare pump just so we're equipped, especially heading into the spring wet weather. And that's about it. Does anybody have any questions?
No questions? Go ahead.
Vince, I witnessed some of these projects you and Frank done together with your men, totally amazing. What you guys get done, we are very lucky, and I'm saying that as a taxpayer too. You guys save us a lot of money. And I love how you guys collaborate together. It works really good. We're gonna miss Frank, I can tell you that, so.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Vincent.
Mr. Tutt?
Evening Supervisor and board members. I'll try to keep it short. Central Hudson, their annex is approximately 80% to shell completion. Dick's Sporting Goods is looking at a possible opening of their new location beginning of March, first or second week. Dunkin' Donuts is going to be putting a location inside Walmart and constructing one on the Washington Avenue site across from Quick Check. The one we've been waiting for 8 years. Jersey Mike's moving along with their fit up in the Kingswood Plaza, no tentative opening date. Hannaford should be done with their interior exterior renovations this month. Campus World got their foundation installed and they're starting their underground utilities. Rupco's moving along with their remodel, former Ramada Inn, completion hopefully end of this year. Prestige Toyota completed phase 1 renovations to their parts and is now starting phase 2 as an extension of their showroom. Road Alone should be starting their expansion, addition, and remodel in 4 to 6 weeks. It's on the north side of their building. Popeyes has submitted for exterior and interior renovations. They're in the planning stage. We have 2 large-scale solar projects. One's approved, one's going back for a modification. We do have the one approved multifamily behind Adams. I don't have plans for that yet. And as of today, we had a new submission for another large-scale multifamily at Voices Lane. All the employees are healthy, thank goodness, and I'm in the process of transitioning my new employees to their respective jobs. I'm going to transition my residential inspector to commercial, and my new inspector will take over the residential. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing everything else, but I got to get them trained. In 2025, we issued the following permits. We had 13 new single-family dwellings, 8 additions, 256 alterations, 103 roofing, 9 swimming pools, 11 accessory structures, 2 manufactured homes, and 1 tank removal. On the commercial side, we had 4 new structures, 72 renovations, and 1 multifamily. In general, we had a blasting permit, 37 electrical permits, 16 demolitions, 29 fence, 6 HVAC, 16 sign, 42 solar, and 5 tent. All told, 633 permits, 478 certificates of completion, and 35 certificates of occupancy. Rough estimate on the cost of all these permits, not the cost to the town, but the cost that was invested in the town by these permits was just shy of $100 million. Well, that's what the people are investing in the town for new construction, renovations, everything. So, any questions? Did I miss something somebody's asking about? I saw you talking about Washington Avenue. Yes, I've been waiting since I started. They started that project when I started working here at UD. So we're getting close. Hopefully in the spring we'll see some action on that. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Sweeney?
Good evening, board members, supervisor. Just a quick update on our new employee, Brandy Schultes, who was hired in October as the account clerk, who replaced Nancy Gallo. She's finished her training and performing very well and producing quality work. Brandy is caught on very quickly and working with 2 open financial years right now with minimal need in direction. Nancy Gallo has finally fully retired after 43 years of service. Her last day, official day, was December 31st. And I just wanted to say we appreciate everything she did for the town, and she was a dedicated employee. Year end and our audit status, the end of the year is here. Start of the new year is very busy for our office, as if there is not as if there's a slow period. We've been communicating with our auditors from EFPR, and we will start preparing our data to be exported to their portal. Probably the end of February, once we close the fiscal year. And as for year-end reports, it's, as the supervisor had mentioned earlier, it's too early to give any sort of expense or revenue reports because those things are still coming in. A few board members and I have met the team from Recalibrate, a payroll system, and have seen the demos. We're happy with that, what we've been shown this far. As time allows, the supervisor and Peggy will also have the opportunity to see these demos and ask questions. I will rely on Peggy to oversee all of these questions, as she's been in charge of running payroll for many years. But we will be working as a team with this. Implementation, if we do decide to go in this direction, it will take quite a bit of time due to multiple layers involved in municipal payroll with different contracts, grades, steps, accruals, and benefits. There will be training for department heads along with their assistants. We need to ensure minimal issues before full implementation. We would most likely like to start one department at a time, possibly moving forward slowly, if at all. We closed out 2 ARPA projects this year, finished getting all of our final reimbursements from Ulster County. One was the sub-award for the Ulster Water South Tower, and the other was the Orlando Street lighting. I just want to, in conclusion, thank all the department heads and town employees for being so welcoming to Brandy. This welcoming environment makes working together so much easier. Congratulations, Brian. Any questions?
Thank you. Ms. Reedy?
Mine is very short. Year-end 2025, the town clerk's office, collector of all the fees of the town, collected $821,519.10. That includes New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Hunting and Fishing, New York State Department of Health, marriage licensing, New York State comptroller fees, which are games of chance licenses that are issued, and New York State agriculture and market fees, which are dog licenses. As Warren said, a lot of the fees that we collect are for the building department. This year we have, in 2025, we held 6 events, hosted along with our recreation committee, and the town clerk's office received 91 FOIL requests, which averages about 1.5 per week. I just want to thank Melanie Riker, the deputy town clerk. I also want to thank every town department, and as Tashka said, we work with not only the department heads, but every town employee. If we can't get a hold of department heads, obviously we're talking to the employees, and that's on a daily basis. I also want to thank, lastly, the residents. Our job in local government is to make people's lives easier, and I hope that we in the town clerk's office and townwide accomplish that. Thank you.
Thank you. John Rose, I don't believe is here tonight. You will ask Mr. Rose to give a report at the next meeting. And Chief Berardi went home sick after the police commission meeting. We will ask him to make his presentation at the next meeting also. That concludes our year-end reports for our departments. Thank you very much. Moving down to the agenda under new business. Presentation and acceptance of the town clerk's monthly report for the month of December 2025. Do you have anything to report?
I do not.
May I have a motion to accept the town clerk's monthly report?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Presentation and acceptance of the supervisor's monthly report for the month of December 2025. This is the standard report that has been provided to the town board for every month. And as Ms. Sweeney indicated, even though the numbers in the report are for December 31st, they are not fully reflective of the actual results for the town for the entire year, as bills continue to come in and get paid and accruals are made, and there are going to be adjustments to expenses as they are reviewed. So may I have a motion to accept the monthly supervisor's report?
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The next item is a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the USI Consulting Group proposal for the actuarial report required by GASB for the post-retirement health and welfare benefits. This is a disclosure in our town financial reports. This estimates the future value of the post-retirement health care promises that the town have made to both current and retired employees. May I have a motion to proceed with this proposal?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is a motion authorizing the town clerk to go to public bid for the purchase of chemicals during 2026 on behalf of the town of Ulster Water Department and the town of Ulster Sewer Department. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Ladies and gentlemen, the town of Ulster Police Department went to bid for dry cleaning services. The dry cleaning contract was a 2-year contract with an extension option. The contract expired on December 31st, 2025, and the chief of police has asked for the town board to authorize the extension of the contract in accordance with the existing terms and conditions of the bid. So may I have a motion to authorize the extension of the contract through December 31st, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Town of Ulster Police Department also went to bid for a 2-year contract for auto repair. It was awarded to D&D Auto. That contract also expired at December 31st, 2025. Contract also contained a provision for a 1-year extension. Per the request of the chief of police, I'm asking for a motion to extend the contract in accordance with the bid documents.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second
All those in favor?
it. Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next 4 items are standard every year at this time. They are authorization to enter into contracts with legal services with various law firms. I've been asked to explain the roles of each of the law firms that are in this package. Rusk Wadlin will be handling general town matters, planning and zoning board representation, as well as prosecution and traffic court. Rebecca Milloris Ledry will be handling on behalf of the town of Ulster Building, Planning and Zoning Department any court prosecution of violations and fines that are not complied with after Warren drops his notices. From time to time during the course of the year, the town of Ulster is sued by certain taxpayers, usually commercial taxpayers, for valuations related to the assessed values of their properties. And these cases are quite lengthy and complicated. And we engaged 2 separate firms, Vanderwater and Vanderwater from Poughkeepsie, and Tabner, Ryan and Kinnery from Albany to defend these actions. Ms. Hartman, are you satisfied with my?
Yes, thank you.
I would call for consent to take all 4 authorizations as a single action by the town board and call for a roll call vote.
I'll make it.
Do I have a second on a roll call?
I'll second.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Supervisor Quigley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hartman,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeGroot,
Yes.
Councilman Schatzel.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The next items come at the request of Superintendent of Highways Frank Petremont. Would you come to the podium one more time and explain to us what we have here?
One bid is for the single axle chassis. And the other bid is for the body, plows, hydraulic system. This is part of our equipment replacement program. And we've been trying to stay on track as best we can. And we're looking for permission to make these purchases.
And what is your expected delivery?
The chassis will take about 3 months. And the bodies and the plows are about, I don't want to say a year out, but we're hoping to get them in this calendar year.
Any questions on the two purchases? May I have motion to authorize the purchase of one Western Star 47X for not to exceed $148,613?
Make that motion.
We have a second
I'll second that.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. On the matter of the bodies, motion to purchase one Viking Proline dump body and plow package not to exceed $157,033.47.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All those any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Should we
Please
drive
proceed.
that truck with your name on it when you're leaving?
No.
You sure?
Name it after you.
Hope to
Name
see-
after
I hope to see you.
We'll call it the Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finishing up under new business. The town has received a letter from former Chief Cranston of the Spring Lake Fire Company revolving around the 25th anniversary of the 9/11 memorial ceremony, and I will ask Mr. Schatzel to lead the discussion on that as he attended a meeting the other night on it.
So, basically, Ulster Fire Department would like to, have their memorial be designated as the, memorial where other departments in the town and in the county, we could all join, and do things together. It wasn't a really good, successful meeting right now. We're gonna have another meeting. It was on short notice, so, I'm gonna try to get, Councilwoman DeGrout there and Councilwoman Hartman there so they can give their input because Marianne was also involved in a lot of these. And, you know, we're gonna see what we can do, but there is some, challenges that, you know, some people don't want to do it all together. And the fire department is offering to, you know, do it at 6:30 at night so that a lot more people can be there. They're offering to provide food. They don't really care how many people come. I know, you know, we're gonna have parking issues. I just spoke to our legislator, Mr. Kovacs, to see if he could help us in any way with the county, to get some transportation to shuttle. We'll see how Jason works out with that. We are gonna have another meeting, in February. See if, we can bring this thing together a little better. And Jim, I hope you can attend the meeting too, because I think your input would be big also. Because you've been involved in everything that's gone down at Post Park, so.
So I just want to remind everyone in the town that we are looking at the 25th anniversary. There will be an event. Please keep your calendars open and I hope to see you there. Moving to old business, we have a number of items that are carried over from the organizational meeting. We're going to start with the planning board appointments. Ms. Hartman, would you like to make your nomination?
I would like to nominate Julie Whalen.
Mr. Groot, would you like to make your nomination?
I would like to nominate as an alternate Charles Alsdorf III.
Mr. Schatzel, would you like to make your nomination?
I'd like to nominate Lou Kruger as an alternate.
And
and Anthony Mustakis
as a permanent
as a
member.
permanent member.
And I would like to second each of the nominations. I'd like to call for a roll call vote on all four candidates at once.
All right, so the motion was made by
Each
each
individual,
individual council person.
I
You
seconded all
each. Okay. Okay. Roll call Supervisor Quigley.
yes,
Councilwoman Hartman.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeGroot.
Yes.
Councilman Schatzel.
Yes.
thank you very much. For those who I just identified, if you're here, would you please stand up? Frank, there are your two new members of four. And Frank, I've asked that the other two contact you. Okay, so then that way we will be prepared for our next planning board meeting in the month of February with a full complement.
I will say that Julie, wanted to be here, but she's sick with the flu, so.
We know that. We had that problem this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the zoning board, Ms. Hartman. Your nomination,
Andreas Eisenberger.
do I have a second?
I will second that.
Mr. Schatzel, do you have a nomination? Richard Anderson,
Yes, Richard Anderson.
and I will second Mr. Anderson. On a roll call vote on both candidates all at the same time, please.
Okay. Supervisor Quigley.
Yes,
Councilwoman Hartman.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeGroot.
Yes.
Councilman Schatzel.
yes, thank you. Now we have a fully populated zoning board. On the Board of Ethics, at the organizational meeting, we appointed Laura Hartman chair and John Iannotti a member. Subsequent to that, we've been given the name of Linda Fallon. I'd like to place into nomination for the Board of Ethics, Laura Hartman as chair, Linda Fallon as a member, and John Iannotti as a member. May I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Ladies and gentlemen, included in the agenda tonight is a yellowed section called committee assignments. They have not been resolved amongst the members. They're still working out their interests and which committees they would like to participate in. So this will be carried forward to the next meeting. Moving to old business. We have presented the fee schedule in a draft format back in December. The previous meeting, I presented a resolution and a revised fee schedule. Tonight, I'm calling for a motion to accept the resolution adopting a revised fee schedule as published on the town's website and in the package of materials for tonight's meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to issue a RFP for accounting and valuation services to prepare the required information for compliance with GASB 34. May I have a motion to accept the resolution as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Want a second?
Seconded.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is a referral from the town planning board meeting Tuesday night. Town planning board is reviewing a project for IPP Solar. It's project 970 at 550 Woods Road off of Sauk Hill Road. It is a solar farm. The resolution tonight authorizes the referral of the project documents to the Ulster County Planning Board for review. May I have a motion to accept the resolution as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Groot?
Actually, tomorrow we are having an EMS committee meeting here downstairs at the police conference. And I will be prepared next time because I've invited the fire departments to participate in this, so we can give you a full report since March is our annual date of the Empress and ambulance contract. So I will have a full report for next month.
Very good. And the last item on our agenda is an item that was added. Ms. Hartman, would you like to discuss your attendance at the Association of Towns newly elected officers?
Yes, Mike Schatz and I went to Albany 3 days last week and attended the New York Association of Towns training sessions for newly elected officials. It was very informative. This session was about basics of how we do our job. There were sessions on cash flow. My particular favorite, ethics, was a really interesting conversation. Personnel management, which was really dry, and the presenter was even drier. But they gave really good information. Cash flow, our fiscal responsibility. So it was a really good overview of what we do up here. I'm glad that it was approved that we could go, and I got to spend 3 days with Mike and get to know him, which was also a benefit. And we had a nice time together. But the sessions were really informative and helpful. And I think one of another important aspect was just knowing who these people are. They're lawyers that work for Association of Towns that we know now, and they're a resource for us if we have questions, and anyone there. And we met people with the State Comptroller's Office. They were a big presence at the sessions. So it was really very helpful. So thank you to all of you for supporting our trip there. Mike?
Yeah, I'd like to say like a lot of the things that I learned up there is the town. We're a really well-oiled machine as far as being organized. There was a lot of questions that these things don't happen here. Mr. Supervisor, I'll give you credit. Credit is due. I mean, it's a lot of things. You're definitely not perfect, but everything that goes on here it's definitely, it's dot the i's and cross the t's. All the procedures that I seen, that I asked, questions I asked, I came back to ask Mr. Supervisor questions. He had answers for almost all of them. I'm still not done asking the questions, because there was a lot for me to learn. But it's good. I just want to tell you, we are good, because there is some stuff that's not good in other towns like ours, that some of the questions I was like, wow, we don't see that here. So I just want to tell you that we all do good, and you as well, Susie. There was talk about the clerk stuff and everything that you prepare and have for us. Yeah, you definitely do a great job. Yes. So, and yes, and I enjoyed my 3 days with Councilman Hartman. She was a pleasure. So, Councilwoman Lewis.
And Ivy.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Are there any other comments by the town board members before I go to public comment? Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make, based upon Frank Petromall's highly accurate weather forecast and the reports that I've been observing on my phone while this meeting has been going on. I will be asking the town attorney to draw up a state of emergency effective 6 p.m. Saturday night to be proactive in preparing for what seems to be a major weather event. Town Hall will be closed on Monday. Now, that is a big decision for us, because that is going to incur some complications at the personnel level. Those employees that have to work will be afforded overtime, and those that are not working will have to be compensated for the fact that they missed out the opportunity. But I want to reinforce, and we talked about this before the meeting started amongst the board. We are concerned about the safety of the residents in the town. And this action that I'm just talking about now does not come easily, but it is necessary to make sure that the highway department has the appropriate access in the highways. The police department has the appropriate authorization to have cars moved if they become impediments to clearing the snow. And hopefully everything with the water and sewer departments work well. I do recall when we've had heavy snowstorms before, there have been, never mind, I don't want to go there. With that being said, I am pleased to open the floor to general comments on any matters that anyone has to say tonight. Please come to the podium, state your name, and please try to keep your comments to 3 minutes.
Where's your traffic light? Where's your traffic light? Next time.
Good evening, I'm Mary Jo Frederich from Glenary Boulevard. 2 quick items. At the November 20th meeting, we had a number of folks from Glenary Boulevard who came to voice a concern about the speeding and the safety of people on the boulevard. And we were supposed to hear back after the new year about a meeting to discuss possible remedies. And am asking for a status.
I will follow up on it and get back to you.
Second item. Has anything happened with the investigation of grants to get design services so we can begin to look at possible grants for bringing sewers to the Glenary area to help preserve the Esopus Creek?
As I indicated to you in a prior conversation, the town has money set aside in the ARPA program for the plan map and report for the Cherry Hill sewer district. And that there are some excesses in that appropriation for that plan that we need to figure out whether we can reallocate it to jumpstart the study in Glen area. The one issue that I am facing is that under the federal program, ARPA funds must be spent in its totality by December 31st, 2026. And having almost daily discussions with our town engineers over the various number of projects that we have, I'm concerned I might not be able to spend the money by the end of 2026, so we will have to find another source. But that being said, I did commit to you that we were going to be calling, and I have not gotten a report back from my grant consultant on the other option that was presented.
Thank you.
Now, I have one question for you. If we don't plow Glenary Boulevard, do you think it'll slow them down? Any additional comments? I saw a hand in the back, Mr. Ionati. I'll defer to the
Hi, Council Supervisor. My name is David Case. I live in the Midtown, actually, in Case, and I just want to say, strongly support, this is on the best battery storage project in Ulster. And I strongly support Ulster moving forward with a fair and thorough environmental review of that project, rather than nipping in the bud. We very much need battery storage to keep utility bills from getting even more out of control. New York State, we barely meet our peak electrical demand as it is. And right now, thousands of residents and businesses are moving to electrify their buildings. That with increasing temperatures, demand for electric is only going to go up. And as it is now, utilities are buying power on the spot market. And so we're facing catastrophic, very high utility bills. The other option for utilities, of course, is to buy or build more peaker plants, fossil fuel peaker plants, which are tremendously expensive, which would cause our utility bills to go up even more. So the battery storage is really the most effective and cost-effective way for us to meet the increasing peak demand. And just on a personal note, no, I don't want to take too much time. I live about 150 feet from the railroad tracks. And so about a dozen times a day, my whole house shakes like it's an earthquake. And one reason those trains are so big and heavy is those things, each one of those trains has dozens of these oil tank cars. And those cars are carrying the Bakken crude from the tar sands of Alberta. And these things, that oil is a particularly volatile, flammable type of oil. Each one of those cars, if it derail, has enough explosive and incendiary power to destroy my home. And there's like 4 houses that are closer to the track than mine. And so imagine, actually, you don't have to imagine what a massive derailment would do. You can just Google up Lac Mégantic in Quebec, where one of these trains did disrail and a number of cars exploded, 47 people died, and half the town was pretty much wiped off the face of the map. And there's been other catastrophic explosions too, not in the middle of towns like that one. So my point being, all this talk about people are legitimately concerned. I get it. They're concerned with it's a new technology. But for my money, this lithium battery technology is tame compared to what we face every day with these we call them the oil bomb trains that rumble through our neighborhoods. So it's not like the gas and oil things is a proven safe technology. I feel like we're all kind of being gaslighted on that by the.
Sir, 3 minutes.
That's it. Thank you. So that's thank you.
So I hand over here. Sorry.
Good evening. I'm here to request to have the building on 2016 Ulster Avenue tied into the septic system for the town.
Sir, you are?
Dale Brenner.
Sir, you have a letter in your possession. There is a specific set of instructions there for you to follow.
Okay.
And I ask that you implement those instructions and contact the sewer superintendent.
Okay.
And once they and the town engineer say everything's fine, we can take it up your request.
Okay.
Dan? Sorry, John.
Good evening. My name is Melissa Iachetta. I'm a resident of Kingston, and I'd like to provide a public comment about BESS and the proposed Terra-Gen project in the town of Ulster. Last month, I talked about the safety of BESS, and 2 days after I made my comments at this podium, there was a BESS fire in Warwick, New York. But last week, an excellent piece came out in response to that fire in the Times-Union that I would like to submit to the board. It was written by Tom Jensen, retired FDNY Chief of Fire Prevention, who oversaw the initial development of the New York City battery energy storage fire codes, as well as Paul Rogers, co-founder of the Energy Storage Research Group and former FDNY lieutenant. I would like to point out some quotes from the article. Fire protection safety systems performed exactly as they were designed to do. The incident resulted in the loss of limited replaceable equipment and nothing more. There was no injuries, no evacuations, no fire that spread beyond the affected equipment, and no impact to public safety or air quality. Firefighters brought the incident under control within hours, demonstrating that the safeguards built into the New York's fire code work in real-world conditions. Warwick provided a real-world test of the New York safety framework, and it passed. First responders followed proven procedures, the fire was contained to the affected equipment, and the air monitoring confirmed there were no public health risks identified. No safety code is designed to eliminate the possibility of equipment failure. What it can do is ensure that when failures occur, they do not escalate into disaster. The absence of injuries, evacuation, or broader environmental harm is no accident. It is the outcome of deliberate planning. Every day in America, nearly 3,800 fires break out, from homes and vehicles to brush and trash. These incidents are a routine part of emergency response management and established tools and protocols by trained professionals. End of quote. I'm also here as the program director of New Yorkers for Clean Power, a statewide campaign that works to shift New York to a clean energy economy. As I mentioned last month, my organization started a petition in support of this project. Signatures collected are ongoing, but we wanted to deliver the initial list of 163 New York residents who want the Terra-Gen project and who support BESS across the Hudson Valley. As I said last month, I support the Terra-Gen project and the essential benefits and services it can provide for our local economy and our power grid. When you vote, I encourage the town board to advance this project through a thorough, fair, and timely review process. Thank you for your time and consideration. And I have the letter, and the article got a little wonky when it printed, so I can send an emailed link to you.
Sure, I can.
Mr. Ionati.
Want to send me your email?
Yes.
Or just give me your email and I'll,
Good evening, Madam Clerk, Mr. Supervisor, members of the Town Board. I am John Ionati, a resident of Sunrise Park. And in full context, a vice chairman within the town's Republican Party. Not so many months passed, I came before the board and encouraged you to fill a vacant council seat with reasoned but deliberate speed, admonishing you of the very real dangers posed if the vacancy were to continue forward into the spring and summer. As a town resident and as a political official, I was gratified by the celerity with which you acted and the quality of your choice in Mr. Schatzer. Tonight, I'm here to premonish you. Again, a vacancy. Again, valuable time is passing away. Soon you will be required to make significant decisions regarding large residential developments, as well as projects designed to generate or store energy. This room will be packed with town residents, our good friends and neighbors from Woodstock, Hurley, the city of Kingston, firefighters and EMTs, county legislators, ours, and others, environmentalists, engineers, and possibly even representatives from the state of New York. Their questions will be poignant, their fears and anger genuine. They deserve to speak before a town board that is at once fully complemented, diligent in its attendance, well-versed in the issues at hand, and capable of acting. Should all four of you be present, a 2-2 deadlock is entirely conceivable. No action can be taken. Litigation may well ensue. The opportunity to generate prudent public policy in a timely fashion will pass. Developers will be exasperated, the ability to secure funding compromised, and those members of the public in attendance will leave the room convinced that their legitimate concerns and anxieties are unlikely to be addressed for additional weeks or months. These circumstances would indeed be cruel. The Republican Party is poised to submit candidates for your contemplation. Our colleagues among the Democrats may offer names as well. Politically unaffiliated residents of the town might also come forward, aspiring to fill the seat. Reach out now. Give the appointee time to master the issues. Our supervisor has been reading Marcus Aurelius, with whom I attended high school. And I had hoped to close with a pithy quotation from his Meditations. Instead, I draw upon the great political sage, Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ionati. I see a hand in the back there. Yes?
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Strum, and I'm speaking about the BESS system, the Terragen system. I'm a resident of Saugerties, and we are just now beginning to work on a proposal. Can you hear me, please? I want to speak in favor of the battery storage system. As I'm sure you've heard before, these systems keep our energy bills in check. They really harness clean energy, especially that produced at grid scale in other parts of the state, not in the Hudson Valley, but in the West and in the North Country. We have wind turbines and hydroelectric and nuclear power. And these battery systems here in the Hudson Valley can, at night, not during peak hours, store those clean energy and inexpensive energies from other parts of the state. And they will create reliability. And I just want to speak on the reliability. Energy demand, as you know, is increasing dramatically because of the good use of clean EVs and electrifying homes and other buildings. And I think if we stay at the status quo, the Hudson Valley is going to risk brownouts and blackouts. I think the battery storage systems are going to be very important in not only taking care of these outages. They've been very, very successful in Texas, but also avoiding price spikes for the ratepayers. I read an article in the Daily Freeman the other day where I couldn't believe it. The writer equated battery storage fires to the 1777 burning of Kingston, a ludicrous analogy to my mind. I just hope that everyone in Ulster can refrain from being alarmed by battery storage about the technology, but weigh the pros and cons, knowing that batteries and their safety features improve every year. And New York State has some of the strongest regulations and requirements for these things. So thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additional speakers here tonight? Ma'am?
So I'll be quick. My name is Jessica DuPont and I'm a local down on 343 Washington Avenue. I am also speaking in support of the proposed TerraGen battery storage project. And there's a lot of misinformation about battery storage, but if it is not rushed and it is done by a reputable company, it is safe and one of the best ways to increase the autonomy of our communities. It can help lower energy costs, which in this area are astronomically high, improve air quality by decreasing reliance on our peak power fossil fuel plants, and decrease blackouts, which the risks are likely to just increase over time. And it will also increase tax revenue. So if done right, it's a real win-win, and I'm speaking in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional comments here tonight? In the back. Sorry, there's a poll.
No, sorry. Try to like I want to keep people, but hi, can you hear me? Okay, great. Hello, my name is Betta Broad. I'm a resident of Kingston. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight. I wanted to also express my support for the TerraGen project. There was some speculation in the back that people are paid to be here, and that's why we're here presenting to you all about our support for this program or this project. And I just wanted to say that I'm not here to be paid to be here. I do, however, work for a nonprofit organization called the Association for Energy Affordability. And so it is my job from 9 to 5 to advocate for programs and policies that lower people's bills, because we know that New Yorkers are struggling so much right now with the cost of living, and that rising energy costs are a huge burden for many New Yorkers, especially for folks here in Ulster County who actually pay more than the state and national average on their energy bills. And so that's why I'm here. And I know that many of the other people who spoke are volunteers and they care about this project, and that's why they're here. So I just did want to mention that full disclosure to address some concerns that I heard in the back. So this project, as some other folks mentioned, it will help keep energy costs down, which is of course a paramount concern right now with affordability, the affordability crisis in New York and across the country. It will also help prevent power outages and reduce our reliance on very expensive peaker plants, as someone also mentioned. The amazing thing about energy storage projects, which it's kind of a new technology, so a lot of people don't understand how they work, but they store up power while it's cheapest and most abundant, and then it's deployed at times of high prices and demand. And that way it lowers our energy costs and also prevents blackouts. And I probably don't have to tell people here that losing power can be extremely dangerous. especially in the summer or the winter. We're about to have a huge storm and even declaring an emergency for it. And God forbid the power goes out and vulnerable people, seniors and others who rely, I mean, we all rely on power, but especially people who are vulnerable and have health-related issues that demand electricity. So it really is a serious crisis to lose power. And so what we're seeing with these storage projects is pretty amazing. In Maryland, a new storage project there supplied power during an outage for 11 hours during a grid disruption this past spring, and it kept the lights on until power was restored. So, which is, I think, really incredible and something that would be wonderful to have in this community so that we can avoid these kind of dangerous blackouts. I also want to just very briefly, and I know people want to get home, as do I, but and do want to say how nice it is to see like this full house and that so many people are here because they care about the community and all of you for your public service. I really do mean that sincerely, and it's heartening to me. So want to also just say that I know that the town of Ulster generally is very welcoming to investment and development and business, and this is an opportunity to use a vacant property that's just been sitting there for 6 years. My understanding is there really hasn't been much interest in siting anything else there, and this is something that would actually create jobs, hundreds of direct and indirect local jobs. It would provide stable long-term revenue to fund community services like schools and roads and emergency services. And we've been hearing about the incredible dedication of workers here in this town.
I got 3 minutes.
Providing these services. And so this would help at no cost to residents, reducing the need to increase local taxes. And so I urge you to keep all of these benefits in mind when you vote on the project. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any additional comments out there? Mr. Groot, do you have a motion?
I do have a motion. I would like to go to executive session. And it is due to, I have to read this because it's law that we do this. The medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person and their employment. So, I'm sorry?
Which of those?
Which of them?
Yeah,
It's the employment history.
thank you.
You're very welcome. I
Ladies
said
and
it right
gentlemen.
before and said it wrong now. didn't I?
Second.
I will second.
Oh, you're working.
I'm working on it. I'm getting this down. I have my own cheat sheet now.
All those in favor of executive session? Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. Our next meeting is February 5th at 6:30 here for the town's workshop meeting for February.
It's a wise ass.
It's 8:27. The town board has returned from executive session. No actions were taken, no votes were taken. I asked for the most favorite motion of the night.
Adjourned.
I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Favorite motion of the night is everybody in the room is giving gift certificate.